All right, now we're live. um, welcome to, let me just turn that off. Okay. So welcome to this live. So you guys, I'm going live every day at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Let me just move this. 9 o'clock Eastern time. And the reason I'm doing this is twofold. Number one, to share my trading day, which I want to be really honest with you. I am not a financial advisor. Not that I'm being on. Let me just give my disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I am trading and learning how to trade on my own with a coach and a course, and it's not been easy to do. I will tell you that. My intention for my trading is to trade full time and have it become basically my income and be able to help people who are like me, who want to learn how to trade as well, inevitably. So I do these online every day so that not only can I help other people, but I can help myself as well going through my trades. So I'm not going to share my trading screen right now with you because I am actively trading and I don't ever share when I'm actively trading. Some traders do, I do not. That's because I just don't agree with that whole idea. I think it's a little risky and not a good idea. So right now, I'm thinking about getting into gold. It's Tokyo, and I'm on the 30-minute, and there's a lot of fair value gap starting at around 29.55, going down to like 29.37. So about $20. And I'm thinking about getting in right now at the market, believe it or not, just like getting in at the market and going short, seeing where this candle ends up. I'm on the 30-minute right now, and this candle is about halfway down the bull candle that just came up after we opened. We opened down, not too far down, just I don't know what, 29.59 to 29.56. So, what 30 pips or whatever. And my dog is having oh, I thought she was dreaming. Okay, she's not. Um, so this candle's kind of a little wicky. Tokyo doesn't have a lot of volatility at this time, obviously. I mean, there's just not a lot of players in it, but it does set the trend for London. Right now, my indicators are saying all on the upside, and I think that's definitely the case. There is some fair value gap, though, that I wonder if we're going to come down and pick up and then shoot back up, or if we're just going to say, forget it, like we did with Bitcoin, and leave it there, for a couple months and then see if we ever come back down. The sentiment in the market is that gold is definitely something that people want more of because they are protecting their assets and saving their ass from this crazy idiot in office and his um, his new friend von Schitz's pants. We have I guess an acting president, a shadow president, and the guy is breaking every single law you could possibly imagine. And it's pretty scary to watch. And nobody's doing anything about it. I mean, the lawsuits don't matter. They don't care. They just don't care. I've never, ever witnessed anything this egregious and this scary. And for all of us, it's just very scary. For the markets, it's really difficult to trade in these markets, especially the spot market. The Forex market is a little bit more liquid because the dollar is losing its strength based upon what's going on. I definitely think the dollar is going to tank this year with this guy in office. we are going to have some major increases in pricing and in inflation. That's my hypothesis, because this guy can't keep his mouth shut, nor can he keep his butthole shut. So he's definitely a detriment to our society. And in the meantime, I'm not even watching the screen here. I'm just watching my trade that I'm thinking of getting in. So I'm trading on the micros, and I do trade prop, and my goal is to get funded. So I'm still working on that. I've been in a drawdown for quite some time, and it is mentally difficult to get out of these drawdowns. And I have had some significant like drawbacks on that. So being really honest with you, um, it's not like, oh, just get out of it. Oh, just snap out of it. It's kind of like you get into a trade and you see it going one way. And especially in these fake outs, there's a lot of fake outs in this market. And then all of a sudden it pushes up or pushes down. So you can't really, you don't really understand. There's no clean movement anymore. It used to be very clean to get to where we were going. Now it's very erratic. And you can see that in the candles, just in where it settles, how it gets there. And then you can even watch the candle itself. I mean, the consistent volatility of the candles is just nuts. So, um, so right now I'm just thinking about getting in. I don't know. I think I want to wait until it candles over the 29.57 mark to see if it's actually going to go into this fair value gap and take it out. If it does candle below that, then most likely I'll get in and I'll see if I can write it down for a few hours. Because Tokyo isn't a lot of volume, there's not a lot of liquidity in this market. It'll take a while to get to that bottom point, whether or not it even does. I think that London would probably take this out, and then New York will probably take it back up. And I say probably like a hypothesis, not like probably like I know what I'm saying. Just this is my hypothesis, based upon what I'm seeing, is that usually Tokyo kind of like evens it out a little bit. There's consolidation and distribution after the accumulation and the markup, and then it either goes up or down based upon what what London does. Like if London goes one way, we go another way, right? So that's kind of what's been happening. Um, it's been playing in the area, kind of like this. How big is this area? It's been playing in the area of, let's just see here. Oh, about 2%, 1.9%, give or take for, I don't know how long. Geez, it's been a while here. Yeah, it's been since like, I would say it started getting into this area back in on the 22nd, 21st of January, and it's been here for like 3 weeks now. So it's dipped down. It dipped down a little bit, and then it came back up. It likes to play in this area. It's like a 2% area. And so it hasn't really moved much. We haven't seen a lot of, massive movements like we were seeing to the upside. Although with gold, it's not like Bitcoin where it's like 5,000, right? So right now, on the 30-minute candle that I'm watching, uh, it's kind of playing in the middle here. I'm just waiting for it to confirm if it's going to candle below this 29.55 area. If it does, then I'll get in and see if it goes down and play it on the downside, and probably babysit this trade for the next like 5 hours, for God's sakes. And it looks like it is going down right now, so I might just snap it and get in. Um, it's looking like it's getting in. So if you like, let me just stop for a second. If you like these videos, and if you actually are listening and, kind of like tuning in, tuning out, whatever, give it a like, share it out. I'm trying to grow this channel so that I can, first of all, get more clients. To tell you the truth, this channel is really for, and I started, oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This is actually, I think I might just get into this. I'm going to put a limit order. It's kind of going up and down. Let's just see here. Where am I? We're at 29.58 right now. I don't know. I might just put a limit order in here to see if this is gonna snap down. I get all excited and I get in early to the party and I don't let it confirm. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna wait until the candles below and settles below that 29.55 area. Okay, so back to sharing this. If you like these videos, share this. Behind me right now, I'm going to go into FTC compliance because that's one of the things that's actually that is the thing that I am paying the bills with right now. So this is my bill paying situation where I help companies to market compliantly and scan their websites so that they can find out if they're in violation or warning, which is usually the case, and then how to fix it, and then refer them, help them with their reports, and they work with me for a full year in doing so. So that's what I do for money right now, and that's how I pay the bills or am going to pay the bills. And right now, the goal here is with trading, I trade in the morning early on, and then I work as I'm trading. I try to kind of keep them separate. I really want to focus on the trading because I am a intraday trader. So I can't position this as a swing trade. And oh, my PSAR just flipped. There we go. I think I'm going to get in. I think I'm getting in here, guys. I'm going to go for a limit order at yeah, let's see where I'm at. I think it's going to come back up and I'll wick it up, and then I'm going to see if this is going to work here. Yeah, so I put in my limit order. My PSAR just flipped. I'm going to, even though we're all the way up here on the trend, I think we are going to move our low part, our Q low to a different area. I definitely think that it's going to move up. That's my hypothesis. Let me just put it this way. And oh, damn, I think I'm going to miss this limit. I'm going to miss the limit, guys. I'm just going to miss it. So darn it, darn it. Okay, well, maybe not. I have 25 minutes left in this candle. I'm wondering if the 5-minute candles are any different here. Oh, I've got a PSAR flip on the 5-minute candle over here. Three PSARs back, 3 candles back. So I might just, I might just put it right there. Okay, let's see if it wicks back up. I don't know if this will wick back up. Let's just see. We'll see. All right, so I am going to get into this trade. I am going to see if I get into this trade higher here and it takes out the fair value gap, then it would be great to see some green. Let's just put it that way. It would be really nice to see some green and be able to see green. Okay, I'm in the trade. All right, so in order for me to get to my profit target, we got to get down to about 29.44. Right now, though, this says it's going up, right? So I'm shorting an up market, but the up market is, the RSI is showing down. There's really very low liquidity in this market. The MACD is kind of like on its way, kind of like, crossing over each other. And the RSI is pointing down. I do have indicators on my RSI, and they really work well. I like them because they come in about 2 bars before the actual downturn. So I don't know what I did to program that, but whatever I did, I'm liking it because it's actually working. As I'm looking backwards, I'm going backwards and I'm like, every single one of these bars is doing really well. So in the meantime, back to the FTC compliance and what I'm doing for that. I am helping people who own small businesses to market their business compliantly and help them to understand what that means, in addition to running their reports and working with me for the full year. And I'm only taking on like a handful of people because I can only handle that much. But my goal in this and my intention is to help them every 2 months, give them a report about, their business. We work together for the full year, and they are able to understand how to market compliantly so that they're not on the radar. Because right now, what's happening in this administration, which is really scary, the administration is beefing up everybody that is going to like basically ruin us, So the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, gets $105 million budget increase this year for 2025. And on their horizon is digital marketers, coaches, course creators, and people that market online. So that's kind of scary when you think about it, because a lot of these people don't even know that they are doing anything wrong. They think they're doing the right thing because they're doing what everybody else is doing, but that is the wrong thing to do. So they don't even know. And it's difficult for them to figure out because, to get an attorney to talk to you is hundreds and hundreds of dollars per hour and especially a FTC attorney. So what I'm offering is you go to my website, which is right above me up here, and that page, which isn't done yet, by the way. That page will tell you a little bit more about it. It has the FAQs. I'm still writing it. I am not interested in building websites anymore, even though I've done it for many years. I don't, you know, as long as it gives the information, as long as it's correct, as long as it just tells you what it is, that's all you're there for. You're not there to party. You know what I mean? So and this looks like a decent trade, you guys, that I'm in. So pretty cool. I'm kind of excited that I'm seeing green for the first time in a few days. Um, in the meantime, even if it's just 25 bucks, it's still green. So in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm offering to help these people to market their business compliantly. And you can go to my website and opt in. You have to opt into my email list, and you've got to give me your approval, what I'm trying to say, approval of my privacy policy so that when you opt in, you can get the link, because I don't send my links out to anybody that I don't know. Because there are so many bots out there, and I just don't do it. Now with AI, you don't even know if the person you're talking to is real anymore, So it's like if you are on YouTube and you actually sound like a real person with ums, ands, and you're not perfect and you don't have like perfect skin and perfect hair, people can actually trust you. But if you are, if you are that perfect person, I don't know. Some of these people are too perfect for me that I can't deal. Um, in the meantime, you can opt in at my website. You can go and get a free scan using the software that I share with you. And you can see if you have any violations or warnings. I do show you on the page, I give you some information about violations and warnings and what the FTC is looking for and what is going on right now. And the reason I got into this is um, number one, I have found that as I got into this informational system, I started taking courses, and then I became a certified compliance specialist, if you will, taking a course and getting certified. And I started realizing how much I wasn't market compliant, like my marketing wasn't compliant. So I took everything down. I rewrote everything because I was like, oh my God, this is not right. So I totally redid everything that I had. Um, and I really paid attention to all of the rules and regulations that I was being taught, because you're never too small. There is no minimum threshold for the FTC to fine you. I mean, I just did a live on TikTok. I go live every day there at 5 o'clock, and at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. And I did this live and I showed them how you're not too small to get fined by the FTC. In fact, they will fine you and they will take everything. I mean, one guy settled with a watch, not settled, but he had to give his watch away. I mean, they'll take everything. They don't stop at just your bank account, and if you have investments, they'll take those too. So it's a scary proposition when you are, marketing online and you don't know what you're saying is incorrect. It's not legal. And you don't even know because you're following the next guy who is doing that kind of marketing and you're like, oh, well, they're doing it, so you could be doing it, you know? Um, so that's what I'm doing with this channel. I'm really working hard to get this channel to 10,000 people. And the reason I'm doing this is because the community that I want to start on this channel is twofold. It is people who are looking to start a business or are in business and they don't know that they're not marketing compliantly. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this. Let's fix it. And there are people who are looking to learn how to trade the markets as well, like I am. So I'm doing two jobs at once. You know, I'm literally, as I'm talking to you, I'm not even looking at it at the chat if there is one. I'm not looking at it. So if you're writing in the chat, then um, I don't know if you're writing me. I'll have to look at it after. I'm watching my trade. So, you know, I am doing this because it is so important for people to understand how to market compliantly. And as I have learned through all of these cases that I've been listening to, through people talking, FTC attorneys talking. I've been in FTC compliance literally since 2014. Like I learned from a guy who has a piece of software that I purchased that I still use to this day, and it's a great piece of software and it's helped me out considerably. And so have his videos. And he also does these town hall meetings every week, and he's been doing them since 2014. And the guy is just I've actually talked to him personally. He's an amazing attorney. He's very, very smart, and he has a lot to share about not only FTC, but just cases in general that, you know, what you shouldn't be doing. And I got into it then in 2014, and now it's 2025. So this has been 11 years really that I've been learning about this. And in the last year, I've taken it to a next level where I've gotten certified and I've been able to learn how to run reports and scan my website and find out if I'm in violation or in warning and what that means. So our landscape is changing. This administration that is absolutely psychotic and is run by a psycho, two psychos actually, and has absolutely no sense of or semblance of morals or values. It's a scary time to be working in, you know, in marketing online. It really is. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that get fined by the FTC coming up. And when you get fined and investigated, it's not just the fine that you're paying, it's the attorney to or attorneys that will defend you. And this is scary because when you think about how much that's going to cost you, um, you know, you could run up a pretty big tab. And this isn't something that you can like bankruptcy away. It is a federal fine and you have to pay it. I mean, ask Jordan Belfort. He was paying his fines forever. I think that there are some people that just kind of get away with not paying them. I don't know, like Michael Milken or something, or anybody on this current administration's team. They don't have to do anything that's law abiding. They can break the law they want. So, but we can't. And that's the problem, you know. It's not really a problem. That's the, you know, it's a problem when you do break the law. It's not a problem when you don't break the law. It's like, you know, um, people should be held accountable for their marketing, but a lot of people don't even know that they're not marketing correctly. I'm still in the green on this trade, you guys. This is awesome. I'm actually in the green over $100, which is such a nice feeling. You have no idea what it's like to go through a drawdown for as long as I have, especially because I've been in MBT. And, you know, I think with Bitcoin, my hypothesis there is that potentially Bitcoin could, you know, go way up. But I think for right now, it's just kind of in this space of limbo. Whether it hits below, if it hits below 90, then I think we're going to see it go down. And let me give a disclaimer right now, okay? I've got to give a disclaimer. Two disclaimers. Number one, this is not legal information or legal counsel or legal advice. I am not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. This is for informational purposes only. And anything that I say on this channel is for informational and educational purposes only. Consult an attorney for anything that you are questioning about your business. In addition, any actions that you take on this information are your own responsibility. You are the business owner. You make those choices. So I have to give that disclaimer. And I am not a financial advisor. The disclaimer for financial advisor is that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And I am trading right now on my own. I am not telling you what to trade. I'm definitely not giving you advice to trade because, as you heard, I'm in a drawdown and I'm not making, Lamborghini money. And even if I were, I wouldn't be telling you. Um, Additionally, I am just an average woman, Gen Xer, who is learning how to trade and reinventing myself. And that's my disclaimer about that. So, RSI is now pointing down. Yay. I'm yaying this because, and I shouldn't be yaying it in a way, they say don't get excited, like it's just a number, right? But it's hard not to get excited when you are in a drawdown and you finally see green and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is such a great feeling to not like be sitting here going, I'm losing $300 again today, which is what happened this morning when I went short and Bitcoin turned around. And I had vowed to myself, I'm not trading this anymore right now. It's not, I have to wait until this thing settles at a certain area where either it's going up or it's going down. And I keep getting in thinking, oh, it's going to go down. And it doesn't. So there you go. So in the meantime, going to this site right above my head on this live, if you go to that site, you'll be able to read. And again, I'm not finished with the site, so some of the buttons don't work. If you get into a button that does work, where you put your name and your email address in, you're going to have to approve of the policy that you're going to adhere to, and then I will send you some emails, and you'll get a link, and you can go and scan your website for free for right now. That I don't know how long that's going to be for free. I don't, that's up to the owner of the software. So that has nothing to do with me. But for right now, you can get a free scan, which I highly recommend you do because, for God's sakes, you got to know. So everybody's got to know if they're marketing compliantly. And if they're not, they definitely want to change that. So the goal with the FTC compliance and helping other companies, small business owners like myself and others who are doing affiliate marketing and marketing for MLM even, is to share with them, okay, listen, this is how the FTC wants to see this, and this is what these are what your violations and your warnings say. Now you have to change this. And so showing them how to, utilize the reports so that they are able to create a more consistent way of marketing, and they're not stuck marketing like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing and what am I saying and is this legal? They actually know, and they know so well that they're like, I know how to market myself without being flagged by the FTC. And that's the whole point of this. But it takes a little while to learn, and it also takes a little while to implement. So that's why working with me one-on-one for a handful of people would be really beneficial. And it would be beneficial for me because that would grow my business and it would help other people. And in so doing, it would also foster a community that would give people the opportunity to learn something that is so valuable for growing their business into the next, 10 years or so, if not more, because everything is changing. Administration is changing everything. There are agencies that now have been disbanded. CFPB is now disbanded, which is scary because that is the agency that protects the consumer. 200 million consumers it is protecting, and it's protecting from overcharging on credit card fees. It's protecting from bank fees. It's protecting from fraud. It's like this is what helps us as consumers so that if our credit card is stolen and there's fraud on our credit card, um, it is now we don't have to pay for that. But if that happens to you and you have a very crappy credit card company like Ally or um, I mean, one of these really crappy companies, Ally is the worst, they won't cover it. In fact, they won't, they've just, they won't not only not cover it, they will send you a letter and say, well, that's not our problem. It's your fraud is your own problem. You shouldn't have lost your credit card. Basically, that's what they say. And that's what they've told me in so many words. We're investigating, but this is really your problem. So, and if you buy anything overseas, if you go to a different country and buy something with that credit card, forget about it. You will never get that money back, even if it's fraud. If you get your credit card stolen in another country and they charge on that credit card, you will not get a free ride. You will have to close that card and just not pay it, and it will just go on your credit, because they're not covering that anymore. They're not covering, as far as I heard, they are charging a 2.7% fee every time you use your card overseas. And from what I understand, because I have a fraud on my card right now from China, from a company that posed as LL Bean, that's not LL Bean, and I have been jerked around for the last, I don't know, 2 months. So it's only 90 days that I have. So they jerk you around for about 85 days, and then on the 90th day they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're not going to do this." So that's what the CFPB stood for, and that's where we could go and complain. And once we complained, then we were able to get some good solid representation from the CFPB. But now we can't, because they're no longer, because felon Musk took them out. So and I don't even know what he's doing I don't know how you can have a $100 billion contract with the government and somehow you're giving $10 million to the president in a fake, like a fake Twitter lawsuit. And it just, like, nothing makes sense in this. Nothing makes sense in anything that's happening in this administration. Not one thing. I was up 90 and 100, and now I'm down to 55. I'm wondering if I should snap this trade closed and like take my losses, but damn it, I really wanted to be in, and now I'm not. And so, well, I don't know. I don't know if this thing is just gonna like play around here or what it's going to do. I'm on the I'm on the 5 minute right now, just looking, and it's like there's a couple of dojis, there's a hammer, and there's a red hammer, and now there's a green hammer at 8 seconds left on this candle, and it's shooting back up to the 29.57 mark, which is kind of where I got in. I got in at 29.57 too, and now it's going back up again. So I don't know if I should, like, on this 30-minute candle, I have a longer buying wick at the bottom. And so I should have been looking at that 30, not at the 5 minute. Now I don't know. I have 4 minutes left on this candle, and I'm still in the green by $55, but I'd like to be in the green by $650, so that I can actually cover what I've lost so far. I'm still trying to get XFA funded. It's obviously not going so well. So now that I've shared, let me just check this out here. I don't see any chat. Open this panel. Yeah, I don't see a chat here. So, which is good, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not, because nobody's watching this, but I am going to keep this up. I am going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this because I promised myself I would. And I know in my heart, I know that I can help more people to market compliantly. I can also foster a lot of a bigger community of Gen Xers who are looking to reinvent themselves and see how they can trade. And as I'm going through my trades right now, if I do trade Tokyo, then it's always interesting to hear me play by play on this trade. Now I'm up $80, so I've got 3 minutes left in this candle. I want to see if this candle comes down to 29.53. Um, the low on this candle was 29.53.9, so 29.54. If this thing goes below 29.54, then that would be freaking beautiful. Um, and helping people with their marketing is exactly what I want to do, so that I'm adding something to this where there's a community of people who actually can come to someone and say, okay, this is what's going on. How can you help me? Do you have any referrals? And I can help them, and I can also refer them to FTC attorneys that can help them as well, if in fact that's what they need. So it's a win-win, for everyone involved, because they're getting the right information and they're getting legal information from a professional attorney, and they're also getting my help um, to service their needs to market compliantly online. So there you go. Now I've got 2 minutes left on this candle. I'll keep this open for the next 2 minutes on the live as well, in hopes that it comes down to a 29.54. That would be so freaking awesome. It's a 29.55.8 right now. Hopefully it can just like plummet down. I'd love to see plummet. Oops. Plummet down so that maybe it'll clean up this fair value gap down to 29.37. At least that's what I'm showing here. So that would be really awesome. 29.37 would bring me into the green pretty big. That would be something that, and I don't know how long that would take. I think 29.37, yeah, that would take me into the green pretty well. And I could gain back what I've kind of lost here, and then have a little bit of a buffer to move ahead so that I can get XFA funded. By the way, this is water, not wine. I just didn't have a clean glass. Honestly, I don't have that many glasses, so I had to use this because I have everything else in the dishwasher washing right now. And I honestly just had a huge water bottle or that. And I was like, I'm not drinking this out of a huge water bottle because it can't fit on my desk. So uh, I'm still in the green, guys. This is good. I have 33 seconds left. Oh, I'm kind of going up here. Hopefully this thing will come down. I'm just hoping this will come down here. The trend line is above the Q high, which, it could just take a few hours for this thing to come down. So I might not get out of it. I might just, I might leave it. But if it doesn't, yeah, if it doesn't candle, if it goes back green, I don't know. I'd like to see this thing come down and like candle below that 29.53. So, ooh, all right. So now we're at the next 30-minute candle, and it's a red candle. Yay, yay. So let's just see what happens here. And in the meantime, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, for those of you who are so interested in this. I'm seriously trying to grow this channel. So anybody you can share this with, follow, like, and tell them about what I'm doing. I would really appreciate it because it would help me, it would help them. And I'm really trying to reinvent myself and change my life as soon as possible. And the more clients I have to help and get them to where they want to go helps me to get where I want to go. So, Zig Ziglar, there you go. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.